Okay. So I think it's filming.
We're on.
Yes. Okay. Thanks, Goz, for talking with me again.
For showing up.
Yeah, exactly. We all need to show up, I guess. Today. I've got a bad cough. I'm sorry, but yeah, we wanted to talk today about a few things, I guess. Do you want to start with maybe, what were we saying? We were talking the other day about a few things that I thought maybe we could lead on again.
Well, one thing I could say from the Lemuria and Atlantis sort of eras and stuff, at some stage, the Mudger language was literally the language of the whole world. It's an agglutinative language system. And the only thing that changes are some dialect keys, some letters, and things like that from region to region. But it's still the same language itself.
Yes.
And that used to be the language of the whole world before this so-called Babel sort of incident. And they didn't do it all at once. It's taken them, after looking at this myself, for the last 18 years, since I met Attila Flink.
When did you meet him again?
2008.
Oh, yeah, that's...
And what I learnt off him was incredible. He showed me how to do linguistic dialect key changes and things like that.
Yeah.
That basically is the same word but spoken different in a different location, because the geography is different in different places on the earth, and the language changes depending on two main things. One thing, the way the language sounds, say in the lowlands and the highlands, different sort of areas, the notes from the actual alphabet will sound in a slightly different way. And then number two, it all depends on whether it's a free civilization or one that's in control, taken over, like the one we're in at the moment. Because they've just wiped Earth of almost all Mudger information. And the thing about Attila Flink was he got access to the special archive room.
Mitchell Library?
Yeah. It's usually reserved for highly indoctrinated academics.
Yeah, right.
And he went in there looking for proof of his language in all sorts of books.
How did he get access?
He got access through Professor Elkin at Sydney University.
Oh, wow.
And he said to him at the time, "Look, you're way ahead than us.
Wow.
How about we put you into the Mitchell Library and see what you find?"
That's amazing.
And he found so much stuff. And every time he'd find stuff too, they'd put the book into print and hide the book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a different time. Now everything's AI generated and you can't even verify, and it's really difficult to see where the source or origin is.
Sure.
It's crazy. It was only 18 years ago, if you think about it.
Yeah, so basically speaking, this 86-year-old Hungarian man, he had all the keys to all over the world, the geography and the language, and how the geography and the language itself ties in, because the language never lies when it comes to geography. It only, the Mudger language that is. And other languages name things after people and stupid things like that. So it's got nothing to do with the geography it's describing and on what you're looking at.
That's interesting, because I haven't heard... I mean, I know about dialects and how they change in accordance to what area. Yeah, I have heard that, but not the way you're describing it, like...
Yeah, and so what Attila Flink found out in his over 65 years of studying all of this, after he initially had an experience himself when he worked at Warragamba Dam, and he basically started talking to a couple of original fellas,
Yeah.
and one of them comes up to Attila and goes, "You're speaking the same language. You're not speaking my tribal
wow.
language, but you're speaking the same language as an old original Mudgee tribe
Yeah.
up near Kempsey Way. There's about 30 of them left in 1950. And he
Wow,
said,
that's a
the
lot.
language that you Hungarians are speaking here
Yeah.
is the same language as those guys. And that just blew Attila away. He was barely speaking English as it was. He'd only recently come to the country. And
Yeah, right.
so he looked for evidence, and people told him things. And it was just absolutely amazing what this man sort of dug up and pulled together. And what he found out, as I was going to say before, is that the oldest dialect of Mudgee language actually comes from here in Australia, otherwise known as Uga.
So,
In Mudgee, that is.
what's his connection to Carrion? Because I think you mentioned, no, I had seen an article or something that he had researched about it, right? He's been there, or he had some.
Yeah. And he told me a bit about it, but we didn't get deep right into it, so I didn't.
No.
Yeah.
What did he mention? Because I'm curious. Like, what did
I
he
can't
think?
remember.
Oh, because there was something I saw, I think, online that mentioned his name.
I think the Strongs mentioned him in one of their articles.
Oh, really? No. It was
Someone else.
yeah, it was like on a website that had not conspiracy, like just alternative history, and it was like to do with the glyphs, and there was like a mention of him. I can't remember. I don't think it might have been the Strongs, I'm not sure, but it was linked to him, and I was thinking, what was his information? Because he knew about
Now, unfortunately, I didn't go into depth with it as I did with another guy, Wayne Anderson, about 5 years ago when I went up there for 5 days checking it all out.
Yeah, but he knew about them, right?
Oh, yeah, Attila knew about them, yeah, but I just never got into them with him because I was so many other things. I just didn't cover everything with Attila in full depth as I would have liked to. But there are a lot of things that I did manage to do.
Yeah.
And the thing is, with the language, Attila found out in the colonial records, back to the Mitchell Library, that there was a pattern in the linguistic mistakes when they were transferring it into English, because Mudgee language has got 38 plus sounds to it. The English language has only got 26 sounds, so it doesn't have the phonetic strength to translate spoken or even written sort of Mudgee.
Yes.
So that's the problem. And
well, English is very limited.
Yeah, it's very limited.
And
so they improvise with the English language to try and make up for the. Well, it's so much. The Mudgee language is such a more richer sound, and it's got so many more things to it. And while I'm on the dialect keys for linguists out there, you can basically interchange any vowels, but the consonants have got a different sort of thing to it. And I guess I'll have to write it up one time.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Attila found out that here in Australia, Uga.
Uga is the whole continent?
Yeah, it means fallow land, uncultivated land, yeah.
How long ago was that?
Couldn't say. A long time ago. It was that for a long time. Attila found that information out from studying the Woi tribes.
Woi?
Yeah.
Like Central Coast?
Central Coast, yeah.
So, is that linked to Tartaria? You know how there's buildings and different stuff that don't fit into mainstream here in Australia?
Yeah. Absolutely. In Sydney, Melbourne,
everywhere,
yeah.
Or whatever you want to call it. It's,
Well, it goes to show that we've had a reset and they've done everything again, and they've just filled in all the blanks where they've just lied about everything. And we've had quite a few resets. I call them split timelines. But same thing, really.
They're wiping out the tribes, like you said. I think that was the main thing to control. oral history because everything is orally kept?
Yeah, so Australia had the oldest dialects from Central Australia and
Yeah.
Tasmania in particular. Attila got warned by a Jesuit priest
Yeah, you
not to
told
go
me
near
about this.
the Tasmanian stuff in
Tasmania,
particular.
yeah.
Because it's got
Truganini.
tell the truth what you do to my brothers. That's what Truganini means. It's not her name.
Oh wow. I went to Tasmania and there was a memorial for her
Mm-hmm.
in one of the islands. Like there's a lot of islands in Tasmania.
Yes, yeah, in particular Swan Island is
Oh,
where
yeah.
Attila told me he found knowledge in the colonial
Oh,
archive
really? Yeah.
from basically, he noticed a pattern in all the mistakes.
Yep.
And so after a while, he could see exactly what these compound words were
Yeah.
in sort of, like say for instance, Toowoomba, in my lake.
Oh, really?
It used to be a volcano lake, yeah.
Oh, Toowoomba's in Queensland. I know
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's a beautiful area. I love
Mhm.
Toowoomba.
And then, say for another word,
Yeah.
you know the suburb Cronulla?
Yeah.
That comes from a Mudgee word, Kurunula,
Oh wow. Okay.
which means it extends into a circle. And if you have a look at
okay.
it topographically, Cronulla literally extends into a circle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's just an example of how they've left a lot of things alone because they've
It's like
forgotten
they
what
chip
it
chopped
means.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, how frustrating is that? Because it's like there's some resonance there, but you have to dig deep to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, having the oldest dialect in the world.
Well, that
That's
makes
what
sense
Attila
because
found here in Australia, Uga, and all the seeding happened here too. Original
Because
seeding.
the original people of Australia, they have a really interesting dialect, and it sounds really ancient, right? When they talk, like you've heard them, like First Nations people.
And Matageri tribe.
Oh, okay.
That's
they,
Central Australia.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
talk really. I don't know.
Attila got onto them.
Poetically, like I could listen to them for hours. You know, they have this, like because they have different, not just dialects, but I want to say in language there's like a symphony, right? And they have different like melodies that they speak.
Yeah.
And when you listen, it's almost like a song, like when they talk.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Like the original language wasn't monotonal.
It's very monotonal, yeah.
Well,
I mean, our language now.
Our language now is very monotonal,
Yes.
but the original language was all music.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
everything is music in a way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you can communicate better
Yeah.
when you have different notes, and you know, it helps because I think when you have like this monotonal dialect, it's very hard to like your emotional expression to come across. Do you know, like it's almost like sarcasm sometimes?
Yeah, it's because basically, say for instance, the English language doesn't have enough vocabulary to cover certain domains of the human psyche and body and soul and all
vocab
of that.
as well, but also the melody. I feel like it's just like it's very monotonal, like you said. You know? It's just I don't know. I hate it.
The Tasmanians, Tasmanians, according to some anthropologists, I can't remember if they're French or English anthropologists. I think they are French.
Yeah.
They were just in awe of the Tasmanians when they sang. Because they could talk monotonal but still very fruity in the delivery. But when they sung the stuff, that's when it was really, because they would basically go away and make sure none of them were around, like none of the people who had been watching them with the English and all that sort of thing, and they're doing their singing. And these anthropologists got to see it all, and they're just going, they're literally like listening to heavenly bodies, so to speak, you know, for lack of a better word to describe it as.
That's the First
They
Nations.
sounded like birds.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's First Nations tribe, yeah? When they sing, or when they dance, or like whatever, when they do ceremonial stuff, it's completely magical. Like you can hear, or when they use their instruments and stuff like that, it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's very like etherical. Like it feels just out of this world. You know?
Yeah,
Like
it has.
when you
It covers more of the atmosphere
Yeah, absolutely, exactly.
that you're in,
Yeah, if
and you connect to it through from your centre, your gut,
Yes.
your core.
yes, yes, yes.
And once you start doing that, and you're not putting toxic things into your body, because it's so important what
Yeah.
you actually eat, that it isn't poisonous. Because
Well,
eating
that's hard-
and
that's a hard
surviving
one,
is
yeah.
rather simple if you've got the right ingredients.
Yeah,
But
I know.
these day and age, it's sort of like to get the right ingredients is, you know,
Well, we try. Yeah.
yeah, we do our best, you know, to find all the natural things that still work, that are not patentable. They can't make money
Yeah,
for
exactly.
profit medicine. Yeah.
That's why I love talking with you guys, because you really understand a lot of what I get. So it's just like it's like a therapy session for me. Not many people can understand like a lot of this stuff. I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just yeah.
You have to be, like, I've been looking at this stuff for over 20 years, 30 years,
Yeah, I know.
on and off, and it's like, I don't know.
It's a bit depressing. Yeah, I get that. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, especially when
It's a trauma.
when the elites are using me as a targeted individual, and they have fox hunts, and when I get off the psychiatric drugs, they start fox hunting me with electronic gang stalking,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the voice to skull thing. It's artificial telepathy, and most people think they're being frightened by angels and demons and this, that, and the other. And
Yeah, I know.
but once you realise it's just a big program that comes out of the CIA, Mossad, all that sort of stuff, and then they just outsource it to security firms that they basically run and tell them, okay, this is what you got to do.
Yeah. There's just so much control. I kind of am over it. Yeah, that's where I am at the moment. But I think, I still have hope, but honestly, it's just insidious how much control there is.
Exactly. So it's like,
It gets overwhelming and stressful, and it's not just you, like everyday people have to suffer in this shit, even if they're unconscious of exactly what's going on. It's just so frustrating.
Well, one positive thing is in the language of communication.
Yeah.
If all Indigenous tribes in the world learnt Mudger language, and then from there with the dialect keys find out how their old language sounded like.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed on many YouTube videos, there's like in America, I mean South America, it's mainly Spanish and Portuguese.
Yeah, that's okay.
And the thing is, there are still some original languages there I've heard in some of these videos that are very Mudger-like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're very Mudger. You get to know the character of how a language moves, the gait of the language, after a while. And
it sounds like it's a foundational language.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
It is. It's literally the music of, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and all
That's
that
very
sort of
biblical
thing.
of you.
Well, what Word means there, most people don't know. It actually means language.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
In the beginning was the Mudger language.
Yeah.
And the Mudger language was with God, and the Mudger language was God.
Yeah,
so it's music. Everything's music, but we've lost a lot of that. We've lost
a lot of everything. I think.
Yeah.
It's just fucked up.
Well,
everything's fucked up.
Yeah. Well, all of our song lines have turned into commercial songs and things like that, and different words and meanings, and it's like once you travel that deeply down the rabbit hole, and you see that all the shamanic tunes, well, all the original music, they're all shamanic tunes that basically tune up the countryside. It literally, you send good music. It's like the Tartarian sort of buildings and stuff. They got all the sacred geometry stuff there that I wouldn't use sacred geometry. You got to ground it, but they probably would have done so.
Yeah.
But with all that sort of stuff, we had a very advanced civilization and airships and all sorts of stuff. And this wasn't that long ago.
That's what I was about to say, because you reckon there's been like several wipeouts after Atlantis, right? Like there's I think so too, because there's
and also 3 different wipeouts with Atlantis. The first one getting wiped out at about 70,000 BCE.
The first one, yeah.
And then the other ones, they've time travelled back and cut in to try and change it all.
Who?
The elites.
Oh yeah.
The top ones.
But that's the other thing we were talking about, because time travel is a big thing. I think that
and
they're keeping it from it because we can do that.
Oh yeah, and they spent decades.
They don't like people getting into time travel.
They're
happy with people.
Many different types of time travel.
Like ETs and all that. I'm not for or against it. Like that's quite mainstream now. But when it comes to time travel, I think that's like a guarded thing that they don't want people to explore. Do you know what I mean? Like to take seriously, not as a concept.
Oh yeah, but they got it in all the fiction in Hollywood and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's all like science fiction, but
it's all based on.
But it's true. Do you know what I mean? Like we can do that, and they don't want people to sort of look at that topic. They're happy for people to look at ETs and aliens.
Yeah.
Which are like, or star people, whatever you want to call them.
Oh well, that's just they've made up their own colonies of aliens and beings and.
Yeah,
if people only really knew how much of a psyop this all is.
I mean, there's a whole lot of beings. I don't disagree with that, but yeah, when it comes to our abilities, I think they want to suppress that. That's.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the human potential.
Just use people and then discard them. Get them when they're young. That's what happened to me.
Well, yeah, this shit has to end. I think it is, because it's. A lot of kids these days are like even my son, he's really different. Like a lot of them have, I don't know, all sorts of different, I don't want to say disabilities, but they have a different perception to what we would have had as kids growing up.
Sure.
Like neurodivergent stuff.
And whether you've got parents that are guiding the children to the right places inside themselves, that makes them fill up with curious wonder, and then they work out the stuff themselves.
Yeah, they need to have that
because
safe
all the information's there from past lives. It's just a matter of how do we trigger it all to come back through again, and it's all
as long as they're safe. That's the main thing they need to feel is like safety. I feel like as kids to explore and have that ability, they can't do it without a parent allowing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we were still living more in a tribal, communal sense,
that's the thing, because I think
we wouldn't have that
community
problem.
is a big issue. Yeah. I feel like if we had more community, it would be easier for kids and adults as well. But now everything's like so individualized, self-reliant.
All by New World Order design. They want everyone to be chopped off and.
And they sell it to you as like being independent, but it's completely cut off to other people, to what the reality is.
See, they don't like people being happy because they're not happy.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a big sort of realisation people have to come to see well, this is what these people who've basically manipulated us in the history and what we do now and everything like that. We're just in one big open prison, as a lot of people are coming to find out.
People farm.
Yeah.
Oh well, what are you gonna do? I'm a pig if we're in a people farm.
Pigs are half human, half wild boar.
Are they?
Yeah.
There you go.
There's an Atlantean dream for you. An Atlantean wonder, rather.
I'm Peppa Pig.
Yeah, they did a lot of horrible sort of genetic sort of experimentation back in Atlantean times. Atlantean times wasn't this big sort of
Can I have this?
happy-go-lucky. No. Atlantis was like basically the elites because of the repeated Atlantean fuck-ups they did, they lost all their technology.
Yeah.
And then they had to make a deal with the Macrobes, the Dracos, this and that in the 15th century to sort of go, well, we'll show you how to get your technology back, you know, with like computers and
So it's constant.
sort of pyramids that are basically the same circuit design as in the computers and all that sort of stuff.
My friend Katie said the pyramids are time traveling vortexes or whatever that you can hop into like different dimensions and travel through, like an airport almost.
Yeah, the thing though, it's sort of not good technology because what it's doing is microchipping the earth and using the earth's energy. And you have to get all these rituals, sexual rituals, satanic rituals, all that sort of stuff happening to basically create what you want, whether it's a laser beam or this or that. Or yeah, look, I don't doubt
originally, yeah.
Yeah, but they're doing it the wrong way. And from what I've worked out, the Mudgers are always grounding all of these things to stop huge, you know, the best way to stop a war is to disable the energy source.
Yeah.
And that's more the approach the Mudgers took, going, okay, how can we dissolve this without causing harm, more harm in some cases. Yeah.
Are there still existing Mudger tribes, or are they like?
I'd say deeper in the Amazon and stuff like that.
In the Amazon, but you said there were some here. They're gone now, hey? The ones up.
It's the original Mudger tribes here just all seem to be gone, just about, and the ones that aren't don't speak about it because you can get killed for it.
Yeah.
The only reason I don't get killed is because I'm on a bloodline contract.
Yeah, right.
Where I'm a targeted individual, and it's a humiliation contract.
I know.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I'm probably on some humiliation contract.
Yeah, well the thing is, they know more about your past lives than we do.
Yeah.
And so they.
Oh, who gives a fuck?
So what they do is they disable these people from the past who are a threat to the New World Order.
Yeah.
And basically fuck them up in this lifetime without them even knowing who they've been and what's happened to them.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
Yeah.
With a lot of this voice to skull technology, there's thousands of people that they basically render useless because they don't want them becoming a threat, in their adult lives.
No, I do get that. Yeah, they don't want people to like make noise.
It's that paranoid. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like it.
They
people
don't
start
like
opening their mouths.
Yeah.
Yep.
And some people just cop it and don't know why they're copying it, and this is why they're copying it, because you are someone who's been a threat to them in the past, and hence they want to eliminate you before you even get to puberty. Eliminate you in the sense of get rid of the way you used to think and the way you used to feel stuff and all of that sort of thing, and basically put you into a programmed reality that's
I will say that
it's all scripted.
Being programmed is a lot easier than being activated or whatever you want to call it. Once you start knowing stuff and remembering, I think it's harder to navigate because you have to really go down in the trenches and you have to sort of integrate that somehow, and that's difficult. And then whatever you want to call it, targeting or things that come into your way to stop you on your path can get more tricky than just being programmed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because the directed energy weapons they have now between satellites, 5G, other triangulation sort of things.
Yeah, but that shit doesn't work. It does not work.
It does.
No, it doesn't. It's not as effective as you think it is. I don't think it's effective anyway.
It depends what they're working on you. For me, they haven't stopped for 9 years straight now.
Yeah, I know. But
and they've been at me my whole life without me even realising it.
Yeah, this is the thing, I know.
So this is the thing, absolutely. And the fact is, I've found out who I've been in some past lives.
Yes.
And one in particular, the Yuzu past life.
Yeah.
That's what they're shitting themselves about the fact that I know who
you are. Yeah.
Who I are. And for anyone to sort of be able to eventually work that out, like I'm 58 now, and it's taken me all my life.
58, wow.
Yeah. It's taken me all my life to put all the pieces together.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say. I think life is so, it's just different to what we've been taught it is.
Oh, it is. Absolutely. It's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit, and
They're basically just creating a life where basically all of us slaves are servicing their industries. And if you're a really good slave, you can do medicine or law and then earn a lot of money.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
And things like that. And it's like you can be a top slave in their, you know, their slave kingdom. And it's like, that's what it is on the big picture.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know.
not many people get to see it because they're not basically feeding themselves enough knowledge to first know yourself. Okay, imagine your head's a book. Here's your head. You're reading your own book.
Yeah.
And you've got to know yourself first before you can be an effective community-like person. And it goes for everyone.
Yeah, the ultimate goal is obviously.
And no one's taught that.
I know. To be able to at least retain something upon death, right? Like, so you can go to where you need to be and remember something from this life. That would be ideal, because otherwise everything's wasted.
Well, that's the idea, because originally we never used to die. If we go far enough back, we never used to die.
Yeah.
And at a certain stage, the reptoids basically worked out how to cut us down to 80, 100 years.
Yeah.
And basically turn it into an abattoir, a human abattoir, where basically people get killed and basically sucked of their loose energy during their lives, and then they die, and then they come back again, and they don't know the last bit of knowledge from the soul.
Yeah.
Like all that knowledge is here in the soul, but we've taught, indoctrinated everything up here, so this has got to learn off here. You know, student, teacher. And the language of here is Mudger language, but going back beyond letters. It's going back to pure tone and music. And so, yeah. I don't know what to say now.
That's alright, I'm happy to just listen to whatever. I think that,
yeah, so, sorry.
Like, yeah.
So that's the thing, the soul doesn't have any continuousness anymore. There's all these split timelines or resets that we all go through, and none of us can remember much of what's happened there. And basically, the reptoids basically go after anyone that's a threat from the past. So and if you found out what that threat from the past was in your own life and stuff like that, well, everything changes. You can't unlearn that. But it's good to know, because really becoming a big star in this matrix, like, I don't want to have anything to do with it. Nothing. Because it's just like you're doing everything for money, and it's sort of like, well, with this down the track with money, well, there's not much you can do. You can just be stoic with it. But that's the thing. It's sort of like when you turn something into a business, it loses its integrity at some stage. Its core root values. That's what happens when things become too corporatized and.
Yes. Money is something that pollutes. I think, consciousness. It does.
Well, the same people that own everything, like all your Rothschild, Rockefellers, and Italian families, and these families, that family, they're all sort of like, what can I say? They print the fucking money that everyone lives on, and it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I know.
They just own everything, and it's like that shit's got to stop somehow. But I don't know if it ever will, until they tread on their own shoelaces enough that they'll just make a mess of everything. Because you just look at the whole Israel thing, and it's sort of like they take out everything. They demolish every single thing possible in anything they basically go after. It's just.
And there's a lot of poverty and a lot of crime there in Palestine, Israel, whatever. It's been going on for so long. Like that whole Middle East area,
Well,
it's not new.
well, the whole thing they're doing the Greater Israel Project, which they've planned for decades, and they're basically being
Sorry.
arseholes and just being sadomasochists and just psychos and just wiping everyone and everything out in
Yeah,
a
they're
slow,
very cruel.
torturous way.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is what they want to do to the whole world too.
Yeah,
So
I
it's sort of
know.
like, you know, people have got to be on
And there's so much infighting as
their
well.
feet in a big way.
Yeah, but like
Mm.
people are so happy to divide and, you know, have opinions about things, not realizing that there's other people getting hurt and there's other people just trying to survive. And I think that there are more important things to focus on, like unity instead of war. Like war manufactures more conflict and war. It does
Well, the
not
same people
create
are making
peace.
money off the war. They're making money off all sides of it.
That's what I mean.
It's so fucked up, yeah.
But then there's also us, like everyday people, saying like we're for or against something, and it just keeps going on. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like once you start picking sides or, you know, being opinionated about like what you think should happen, it's just continuing the same shit. Whereas we should be focused on what we want so that we can heal what we don't want. I think that's the solution. But people are too busy infighting and, you know, having opinions about things and saying this is wrong. But what's the solution? Like, we all know it's wrong.
Well,
like,
the thing is that people need to be well informed on what they know.
Of course, but...
And they've got to have the desire to know that. And unfortunately, there's only about 15% of the whole world population that are in that zone. The other 85% are totally programmed.
Yeah.
And of the 15% that are not so programmed, well, there's only about 1 to 2% of them who really know what's going on in the public domain. Otherwise, the rest, it's like, well, that's all behind secret society doors.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you look at kids and you don't see them fighting, right? Why is that? They're not gonna create war or something like that because they're very accepting. Like, they don't care about the situation. They'll make, like, they might have a conflict, but they'll make peace. So we need to learn from that because I think as a whole, humanity is just sitting there, they have a conflict and they'll continue the fucking conflict. They'll just keep going and going
They're
and going.
addicted to the drama.
They are yes, exactly, addicted to the drama. It's completely fucking drama. It's just like, sometimes you have to let things go so that it can heal. And I think that people are just so attached to the story. Like you said, it's more like from an ego point of view.
Yeah, you got to lose the ego because
you have to.
The human body wasn't designed to be an egocentric.
No.
Okay, the things that you can do with this are of a non-egoic shamanic domain.
Yes.
Because we all were of that reality, and the way we kept nature was pristine.
Yeah.
And you keep nature pristine, it basically feeds you just off its mists.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to eat, you just have to drink water.
Yeah.
And the water's so beautiful and got everything in it that you need. Unlike what it is today, you drink the tap water, you're drinking poison.
Well, yeah. I mean, we have heaven and hell here, right on earth. Both domains exist.
Well,
it's just up to
all
us.
by design, scripted too.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I don't know. I mean, I see a lot of goodness, but then I also see that people are very stuck in their identity. Do you know what I mean? Like, they identify too much. Like, they might think that so and so, like, oh, I have this job, or, you know, I drive this car, whatever.
Yeah.
And that's them, full stop. It's just like, no, this is not life. This is not who you are. It's
that doesn't define who you are as a soul being.
That's right. And there's more to
who you've
connect
been,
with.
who you've been the whole time.
Yes.
Not just this life, but
yes,
a long time before.
Exactly. And I think that's part of
To get to know that stuff, you've got to know yourself first. You've got to attempt to do that. And children need elders that guide them to places inside themselves where they can do that themselves.
Well,
always ask
children
questions, but it just makes people more independent. And when everyone's independent in a community, everything works because you do things together without fucking stress.
Well, yeah, true independence is within community. That's
Yeah.
right. I don't believe in like this corporate world of independence. Do you know what I mean? Like that's not really like, oh, I have this position, therefore I'm doing this, and that's not really independent. Like
Yeah,
you're still filtering.
That's all bollocks.
Yeah, and there's like a pyramid scheme going on there still that people don't understand. They think that they're
It's more death programming, basically.
Yeah, but this is how society functions. Like they think, you know, oh, because I have this job, then and I earn this much money, and or I have this business.
Oh, that's the programmed aspirant sort of direction that they want people to go in and close themselves to.
That's right. You close it.
Yeah.
Once you identify, you close it off, and you don't have the room to actually be independent.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. I'm not saying that if you have a high-paying job, you can't be like truly independent, but it's just the way that society filters all this stuff into thinking that like, oh, you're a better human being if you earn such and such. That's just not how. That's not reality. You know what I mean? Like, you still go out, pay your bills, pay someone to cook for you, clean for you, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Those people that are doing the jobs for you that you're paying, they're part of society and community, and you're not that independent. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people rely on people, whether you like it or not.
But if everyone's independent in the sense of, like, say for instance, everyone grows their own garden that they nurture off and nurture to be a beautiful garden.
Yeah.
And then
that's responsibility.
When you meet
that's self-responsibility.
Yeah, and then when you meet a partner where it's a partner as in like your marriage partner or basically your business partner. And then you both have a garden, okay? And you build a new garden together. It's different from your own. It's a blend of this and this. And that way, you'll never be codependent. Most people, when they get attached in one way or another, whether it's married or just de facto or whatever, they don't realise that because they haven't made their own gardens up until that point, they become codependent in the relationship, and eventually they just wear each other out.
Well, yeah.
Because they haven't got their own independent gardens happening that that you feed from, that you do this from that. And that's the thing. If everyone's like that and takes self-responsibility to have all of that stuff happening, well, we'd have a beautiful world. But
we would.
The New World Order doesn't want to have a beautiful world like that, because otherwise, no one would be exhilarated from having money and all that. All the trappings that comes with that.
And that's why
in the matrix itself.
Yeah, and that's why relationships suffer so much, because there is so much codependency.
Exactly, and you need to be independent first as a child, and then you turn into a good, independent, pro-community sort of adult.
But it's so
I don't
hard.
know what to call it at the moment, but
well, relationships are really hard. I think that because people are like changing their perception of reality a lot these days, and I think there's actually a lot of like spiritual ego now. It's not just normal ego, it's spiritual ego. Do you know what I mean? Like, like, oh god, and it's just a completely different world. I think that
well, that's what all the New Age stuff is about. But it's
online celebrities.
It's all linked to the original Luciferian, Saturnian sort of rubbish that they do.
Like we all hate celebrities, and then we go ahead and become online celebrities. I mean, we're gonna post this on YouTube. I'm not trying to be an online celebrity, but I'm just saying.
or we're just sharing information, basically.
But you know what I'm saying. Like, there's a whole heap of people. No, there are genuine people that are doing the work, and they're not wanting, the whole worship. But there is also like the undercurrent of that celebrity style how can I say, like mentality or ideal that people think if they are some kind of person to not worship, or at least, follow, then they will get that kind of lifestyle. Do you know what I mean? Like they crave attention, and I'm not saying everyone does that, but it's part
there's a lot of
it's
narcissism.
part of that. Yeah, a lot.
But that's what the elites are like, and they want everyone to be in the image of them.
Yeah, but
without them even knowing it.
Yeah, that's it. It's like it's our collective unconscious selves where we kind of need the validation of people. Like, I'm not saying an audience is good. Like, I'm not dissing anyone that's watching this, but it's just like, how can I describe it? We have like nowadays it's just a different world now. It's like we didn't have this growing up as kids. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, we never had YouTube or Facebook or like social media to try and validate everything. We just enjoy.
Well, it's like everyone has
it.
scrying mirrors of some sort or other,
Yeah,
from
but
the Middle Ages, but it's all in this form now.
yeah,
And it's like, that was the thing for the New World Order to get their knowledge back. They had to basically do a lot of blood sacrifices to please the demons that were helping them do it, because say with the computer chips, Silicon Valley, all that sort of stuff, they told them what to do with all that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
they program the chip, the crystals. They program the crystals.
Yeah, no one from their generation did it, and that was the thing. They lost all of the old knowledge. That basically, a lot of it's mudger stuff, especially the high design stuff that can't be made with just everyday tools. We can't make all those Tartarian like sort of buildings anymore.
No.
But
we can make boxes, concrete boxes.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Exactly, and it's like all the information.
Yeah.
If you have a look at that guy on YouTube, My Lunch Break, he basically he describes the whole sort of mud flood Tartaria thing.
Yeah.
Like, unbelievable. And he goes to Wikipedia to find out all the information of who were the designers, who were the builders on all these old buildings.
Yeah.
And it's just AI bullshit. And
Yeah,
they just code it all with the usual Masonic stuff, and all of these buildings, whenever they want to get rid of them, they do a restoration project.
The new ones.
Yeah.
Oh God.
What they want to do is get rid of the old ones.
Yes.
And they call
Which are intact, by the way.
But they cover it by saying it's a restoration project, but it's the absolute opposite.
Yeah.
And in horse and buggy time, we couldn't make these buildings that, like the whole world could make. It was like all the people were just injected into these old cities that no one knew what happened beforehand, before they got dumped in there, before the stork dropped them all down the chimney sweep.
Yeah. It's strange, like we're not, it's strange. Everything is like coming to the surface now thanks to AI. Everyone's got these ideas and ways of perceiving things because everything's just online now. Like, you can find trash, you can find truth, you can find everything. Like, it's crazy times. Like, I mean, AI has always been there, but I think it's just now surfacing for mainstream.
I can tell you from the voice to skull, I have AI, like an AI computer that basically fucks with me half the day, and the rest of it's operators, who operate all that stuff. And the level of technology they have on the AI that they got on me, it literally pimps my instinct, my knowledge. My knowledge passes from my centre up to my brain, and they've worked out a spot somewhere along the way they can get the information before I do. It's fucking full on.
I know.
And if they have the level of AI happening in the public now, for like they're pushing it. It's
probably been there for like 100 years.
Well, imagine what they were doing now, and
Yeah,
I've
I know,
experienced
yeah.
some of it, and it's just like holy fucking shit. What
I
they can
get
do
it,
with
yeah,
these
I get it.
satellites
Well,
and
it's more.
5G and
My concern is like upon death, what are they doing to the soul that will stop them from recognizing themselves? Do you know what I mean? Like, if it gets to the point where humanity completely loses everything that they thought they were, including their soul, then we're fucked. Like, if it gets into like
But this is already
consciousness,
planned
right?
for now, the dumbing down of the whole world. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we are living in a very dumb world now. There's a lot of smart, consciously intelligent people, but we need enough of that to be able to stop all this bullshit.
Well, yeah, and I think that people are
If we didn't have
waking
TV
up,
and
but
the whole sort of corporate sponsorship of all sports and everything like that,
oh look, television is a lot better than what's on the fucking computer these days. I'll give you that. It's just completely flipped. I used to think television was garbage, but now I'm thinking like, oh god, what's happening on the internet is just obscene. Like, I mean, you don't even have to do anything for it to be just like total fuckery. It's like I don't even know what's going on anymore. I literally don't know. It's just, oh, I think that.
Oh, but there's a lot of AI built YouTube channels and information that people have put up through the AI mechanism and stuff like that. But it all comes to do with the person who is controlling the AI and whether the AI has got full realm to be able to get the information that it needs. Because originally there was some AI, public AI places on the net where basically at first they sounded like Max Egan or David Icke or someone, you know, they're using the true information, but then come a week or two later, the people who are running the website have gone, no, they can't know about this stuff, so we'll push this to the side.
Yeah, right.
It's just like...
I know, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to go out of your way. Anyways, I really wonder what the internet will be like 5-10 years from now. Can we even use it?
I think they intend to turn people's heads into the internet. Well, basically, people who got jabbed, remember,
I know.
they've got URL addresses that basically they attach to.
I mean, like, what's the difference? Social security would be different.
They can go into people through the internet this way because...
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's just, you don't even need that. There are so many other ways that they can do it still.
As well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they don't need any chips or anything to do this. I've experienced all this stuff in the last 9 years on and off, what they've done to me.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, we always test it on you, the hard to get ones.
Yeah.
You know? And but I've called out that they're using this technology with low rent consciousness, and I said, you don't sound any different than the people who've paid to have you designed. And I've been through many different AI security outlets.
Yeah.
Where they do the voice to skull thing on people, and they're always trying to basically do a psyop and get you into a position which they want you to be in and you don't want to be in. Like, say for instance, every time I'm back into the community and not on psychiatric drugs, they'll create an incident for me to get thrown back into the the psychiatric joint.
Yeah, I get that.
And fill me full of drugs again. Then when I finally get off that, they basically go, okay, fox hunt, and they start attacking me with direct energy weapons for a few months. It's just non-stop. It's ridiculous. And they don't do any standard gang stalking on me because they don't want to leave a trace with me, you know, because I just sound like some nobody in the Matrix who's talking stuff.
Yeah.
But I do know my stuff. It takes more than one interview, some of these things that we've been talking about. But
yes. I know. It's just a whole...
But the technology that they have now is incredible. People are going, wow, look at this with the AI and other things with technology. It's sort of like...
surface level, I know that, yeah.
They are so far advanced that it's just ridiculous. And I literally go to myself, people just don't know what's coming next, I tell you. If you keep yourself from getting jabbed, and you look after your health, and you understand that your body, it's crucial, 80% crucial that you look after what you put into your body. 20% is only physical exercise.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. They're the requirements. It's like you got to have the right foods, and most of our foods are all fucking poison now in one way or another.
Well, everything.
So you have to sort of take detox things like hydrogen peroxide or MMS.
Activated charcoal.
Yeah, the activated charcoal, the chlorella and spirulina.
Yeah.
And you've got to have the right detox things to have on a regular sort of basis. Otherwise, you're not going to get through this matrix and where it's going. And like, say for instance, sugar gives you leaky gut. And it also, it stops you from basically, it gives you this sort of roller coaster sort of thing with sugar, where if you have, say, like coconut sugar, which is actually really good for you,
yes,
and it's not a hybrid plant, unlike cane sugar,
yes,
well, you can actually take sweet things that are actually good for you. You just got to do the research and look for it and whether it works for your body.
yes, yes. No, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's just exhausting sometimes. I think that we're becoming more disconnected, unfortunately,
Yeah.
as a species, thanks to a lot of things. But I just feel like even though we are progressing in some sense, I just don't think that we have the same connections anymore. Like, connections are different now. What's that?
Mango?
Oh, okay. No, I'm alright. You have that.
Okay.
Like friendships, relationships, everything's different nowadays. It's depressing.
And the voice to skull people have cut off all my networks and friends.
Yeah.
Not that I got a lot, but
Yeah, I get that.
the town that I live in here,
The town? You're in the city.
well, I've only got a couple of friends, including yourself at the moment now. All the people I know are online in other places in the world.
That's what I mean. It's just so...
It's a great opportunity to find your soul family, but you've got to be very careful in that realm.
God knows who you're talking to online. A robot. Who knows? How do we know?
I've had so much of all that sort of stuff, but they can't do a psyop on me anymore.
Yeah.
They used to do this artificial telepathy, where the first person they threw to my head, voice to skull, was my father's voice and character.
What the fuck, really?
And my father had been dead since 2008. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is this? And they convinced me, that I was talking to the other side and all this sort of stuff, but it was all artificial telepathy. It's not the real stuff.
Yeah.
And so...
My friend just got a iPhone, and he hates iPhones. Sorry, subject. And I'm like, you're iMessaging me. And he's like, oh yes, I just borrowed it until I can get an Android. And I was anticipating your response because he hates iPhones. Sorry, sidetrack. Yeah, but it's sad. I think, I don't know what the solution is, but just do your best in your friendships and community that you already have. What can I say?
Yeah, well, the horrible reality is that our world is controlled by a cacostocracy of evil clowns.
Yeah. I know.
And they'll do whatever it takes to get what they want.
Mm-hmm.
They're ruthless, violent, no care, no empathy, no nothing. Once you know this, you can't unknow it. And there are a lot of people that are just too far gone, too programmed. Of the 85% I was saying that are easily programmed, it's like whoever controls the information
Mm-hmm.
in any society, well, they'll control the society.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's the way we're headed.
They'll control the information base that people make up their reality from.
Yeah.
So we are living in those times, but it's charaded in a way that your average person can't see through the maze. And what this matrix is really all about.
Yeah.
And it's just one big open air prison human abattoir.
I think people are catching on. I do. It's just more like I think we need to pace ourselves. You know what I mean? Like people catch up in their own time. You can't force it. It's like as soon as you start screaming and yelling at them as to what's going on, they don't want to be part of it. Like they don't care. They don't want to see it. You know. So.
Well, it's almost too late to wake up, but the only ones you got to try and wake up that'll be doing things naturally are the younger tribes, the young that are coming through.
Yeah, they have so much obstacles, like a lot. But I think that's why they come in specifically like differently these days.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know, they have to approach the system in a completely new way.
And how many vaccines and all that sort of stuff they're giving them, and you got to.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of groups out there that don't give vaccines to kids, but it's like, it's just a choice now. It's like, you know, like what can I say? You either want to do certain things, but like the other thing is we can't judge people for their choices because maybe someone wants to give their kids all the vaccines, but it doesn't mean that, and maybe they know about everything, but they were maybe forced to choose that path or whatever.
You got to be strong enough to say, well, no, I'm not doing this job anymore because I value my life.
Yeah, I
and
agree,
that's being informed.
Yes.
And when people aren't informed, well.
But the thing is, we don't know. Like how can I say? Like everyone comes to a point in their life where they have to choose certain things, and to get to that point, we don't understand the whole scenario of what they've been through, what they need to do in their life, and so on. So it's like everyone has their path for their own purpose, to do their own thing, and we shouldn't really make judgment calls because I don't think that everything's clear cut. Like I don't think just because you give your child a vaccine doesn't mean you're not awake and aware. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they might have had to do it for God knows what, you know, like to whatever. Like we don't know their situation.
It's usually to keep their jobs.
To keep their job, to keep their sanity. We don't know. To keep their child. Like we don't know. Like what if? Do you know what I'm saying? Like it can't just be only.
Well, people have to be told of the vaccine thing.
Yeah.
But you have to break down the knowledge a little bit so they can get it and understand it without sounding too complicated.
Yes, but there's just so much happening right now. I think that it'd be wise not to make a judgment call because I think that ultimately it's not up to us to make a decision for everyone. They have to do that themselves. Do you know what I mean? We can
as I
really
was saying
show.
before,
Yeah.
there's the independent thing.
Yeah, that's right.
You're tending to your own garden, and it's helping you get through any situation in life.
Yes.
If you didn't have a partner, well, that's all you got, your own garden.
Yes.
And you protect that like anything.
Yeah, but just because someone else in my community chooses something completely out of my agreement or whatever doesn't mean that they're not part of my community anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, it depends if they're doing harm or not. That's what it always comes down to.
I know, yeah, I agree, but it's just not up to me to judge, like, you know. As far as I can do, I'm not saying if they're going to come and attack me, like, I'm not going to say something to them. But try and reserve as much as you can. That's what I try to do, because I think that, honestly, I waste too much energy on all that, and I think it's just depleting me. I can't make a call for someone else. Like, that's not my job. That's
well,
their
everyone
decision.
has got to get this on an individual level.
Exactly.
Core level. I can't do it. I can't. I now, like, I'm a good debater
Yeah.
and all that sort of general thing, but I only give out information now to people I can see that are ready for it. If they're not ready for it,
Yeah.
you're just wasting your own time, and that person will obviously, well, not obviously, but often start criticising what you're doing, so that person's ego cannot fade away.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's their own
Ego programmed
mask.
basis, yeah.
Yeah.
Mask, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of people like that. They will just oppose what you're saying for the sake of it, like just to be opposition. Because they have, or, you know, whatever, you've triggered them, or they have their own issues, blah.
Yeah.
It's just the way the world works, and that's not only on the topics you talk about. That's just everyday human beings. Like, they'll do that. They'll just do that. There's nothing you can do about it.
Well,
because everyone's suffering, right? And they don't know how to manage that. The thing is, we need to be able to express in a
one thing you can
way.
show to people
Yeah.
is how to be stoic.
Yes, you can. Yes.
That, if you want to give something to someone,
Yes.
you show them how to be stoic, you know, in the sense of,
Well,
it's like you're doing this now because our whole reality is this, and there's nothing else you can do about it. But at a certain stage, you move on from that and get to where you're meant to be. But being stoic is going, well, okay, the situation is not ideal to get this done at the moment,
yeah.
but it will come through.
Yeah, exactly. It has to do with patience. That's
Mm.
right.
You've got to be so patient. It's full on.
Yeah. Well, you know, at least it does help to have support. So talking about it like me and you are. If people can do that, you know, I think that really tremendously helps. Yeah. But I don't know. Who knows? Like, we might have ideas about what's going to happen, but ultimately it's still a mystery. We haven't died yet. We can do our best, that's all. What else is there to do in life? Yeah. It's a bit stoic.
I'm sort of going through a shitty stage in myself at the moment where I've come to the realisation that my life is fucked
Yeah, right.
between the ages of 0 and 10,
Yes.
and all the satanic ritual abuse, this, that and the other.
But you can heal.
But at the moment, I'm going through a phase of like, fuck, if that shit, if my mother hadn't dragged me through that fucking shit where she was working at the manor in Mossman, would have ended up with a completely different life. Our whole family life would have been different if that hadn't have happened.
Yeah, right.
And I've come across that, and my mum doesn't want to talk to me. You know,
Yeah.
she knows I found out, and she's such a narcissist.
Well, you have to let it go.
She wouldn't talk to me about it.
There's some things in life you can't change. It's not up to you.
Because I've had a pretty full-on life because of what happened. See, between 0 and 7 years of age, that's your foundation. What happens to you in those years is your foundation for life until you realise what's happened and you can make amends.
Yeah. Foundation.
And I'm just going through
Yeah.
probably this medication also fucking me around quite a lot.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what I was talking about.
0 to 10.
Oh yeah, that's the ages. That's what forms people in their lives. And what happened to me between those ages, in sort of being experimented upon, satanic, ritualised doing stuff for them.
Yeah.
Because they were looking for an innocent young child who's really intelligent. And that's what makes their black magic even more powerful.
Yeah, right.
And I was used in all those sorts of things.
Yeah.
And there's the sexual side
I
as
hope
well.
it's still recording. There's a screensaver on.
Yeah. I think it's still recording.
Yeah, it should be alright.
And yeah, just because of, if you have those years fucked up in your life, it really fucks you up for the rest of your life to a certain point.
Yeah.
Unless you basically go through things and work out bit by bit why it's happened this way.
Yep.
And I think my mum got sucked into it. And all the parties they had there and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. There's not much you can do about your past except for accept it and heal from or learn from the lessons that you were given.
I've only remembered probably about 40 to 50% of it too. There's more coming.
Well, at least you know a little bit, you know?
As you get older, sometimes you just have memories, whoosh, come straight back at you.
Yeah, right.
You have a certain, like how I found out about the manor.
Yep.
I'd have this certain visual thought.
Yeah, okay.
In the backgrounds of the manor, with my mum and this professor talking really intensely to each other. And then one day, I got this woman, very talented, intuitive psychic woman, to regress me. And I told her what to do.
Yeah, okay.
And what I found out is just, all right, I've got a sperm prototype that's not like anyone else's, like in my family.
No.
My father, mother.
Yep.
They even got my father to give some of his sperm and he wasn't happy about it, you know. We started comparing it.
Yeah.
And what they found out was that I had all my father, a man has about 4 different sperm types.
Yep.
And basically speaking, they found out that there was one unique genetic code that was all mine and to do with my past lives and nothing to do with my father, mother or anything like that.
Yeah, right.
And so it's helped me get to know myself beyond the stupidity of this lifetime we're having now.
Yeah, that's where we're at. It is a bit stupid here. I'll agree to that. Alright guys, do you want to finish this off? Because I think,
that was
it's
good.
been a good talk. Yeah. Thank you so much. We'll continue with another one soon.
Another spontaneous talk.
Yeah. As we always do. Oh, thank you. Alright. I'll
Okay,
What's this?